right. This is Cynthia Horner from Right on Digital, and I'm here with Bashir and Diallo, and they're going to talk to us today about Sherman Showcase. So welcome to the Right on Digital platform.
Hey, good to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I know that it's been said that season 2 is even better than season 1. So why don't you all tell me what is it that you like best about season 2?
Okay, so I think I think for me, the best thing about season 2 is that there is a season 2. We're looking forward to all the fun stuff we did before, but to take it to that next level. I think, we have an incredibly great variety of guest cast, everybody from Portia Williams to Michael Blackson. Of course, John Legend makes another appearance on the show this season. Some really funny folks decided to stop by, all of our great writers. And so it's nice when you get lucky enough to have a show stay on the air, because you get to learn so much from what you've done in the past, and you get to focus on those things that work. And so we really hit people with a great variety of music this season. We have Afrobeat songs, we have soul songs, we have straight up like Little Baby, Lil Durk style modern hip hop. We also have like mid-90s rap, big group rap, like a Tribe Called Quest, using a new school style rap stuff. So it really has allowed us to again expand and ask ourselves, what are all these wonderful things about our culture and about music and comedy that we love and that our writers love, and how do we present them in funny ways for our audience and really make people feel like every episode, and every season is like an album, right? So this album is like our sophomore album. We put out our first album, then we put out this LP, and now we put out our second album, and everything is so well curated. I think curation is a very big part, because it's not we don't just go out to make sketches. We really try to make stuff that is not just funny, but that nobody else is doing. And then we try to put it together in ways that nobody else has thought to put it together. So I think if you like music and comedy, our goal is that from the very first frame of each episode, you're going to be laughing. And I think season 2 delivers strong, and folks are going to be dying when they see it.
Yeah, I was dying myself. I was wondering if you could talk about the fact that you wanted to do something that was really funny and kind of out of the box. Mm-hmm. So what were some of the shows that you all used to like when you were younger that might have given you some kind of creative, I guess, I don't know what word to use, but for the creative process? Because when I was younger, I used to watch stuff like Carol Burnett, all these different, even stuff like Ed Sullivan, because you can watch all that stuff on different channels now. And
yeah, MeTV.
Yeah, and then of course Living Color for us, So what were some of the shows you all used to like?
I mean, you definitely named some of our favorites. Love the Carol Burnett show. The variety format really peaked in the 70s. At one point in the 70s, I felt like everybody had a variety show. Now, I don't know that personally because I was not born yet. But, I'm a music and comedy history nerd. And so it was nice for us to pick that format because it allowed us to do a show that can do everything from sketches about the past to sketches about the distant future. But I think in terms of our show, go ahead, D.
No, I was going to say, same. We're students of the art form, and I recently had the pleasure of meeting George Schlatter, which looks like it should be spelled Schlater, but it's Schlatter, and he was one of the producers on Laugh-In. I don't think it's a secret to say that he's very aged advanced right now, but just to talk to him about what it was to work on Laugh-In and a show called Turn On, and which was a follow-up to Laugh-In, and he did the Cher show in 1975. I mean, like Bashir said, the variety format as we think of it today was really in a heyday in the late 60s and throughout the 70s. So yes, to a certain extent, we're doing that, but I also think that our show has a lot of the Muppet Show in it. It's got a lot of Pee-wee's Playhouse in it. We're huge Pee Wee Herman fans. Bashir has said this at other times, and I know it to be true. There's a lot of Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons in his Sherman from the showcase. So I think that we really are throwing in a lot of our favorite stuff from around the spectrum, outside of the variety format.
Oh, okay. And you mentioned, some other shows like Laugh-In, and I'm smiling right now. Yeah. And you have a lot of celebrities that have really embraced your show. What is that like?
Mm. I mean, it's great. It's always fun when people who you admire also want to just have fun with you and want to come to your playground and play on your swing set and play with your toys. And for us, we wanted to be inviting. Like that's our sort of like education, right? It's like we were writers on the Fallon Show, which is a variety show slash a show with guest stars who would come on and do bits and sketches with Jimmy. We learned so much there, and I think for us, it's like, how do we create a space like that where people from all walks of life? So we have everybody from like journalists like Jamel Hill to reality stars like Portia Williams who will stop by and do comedy with us and just want to be funny with us. And so, we've been really, really, it's really important to us to create a welcoming environment. I think people really want to come have fun and they don't want to feel like you're trying to like make jokes about them or like have some kind of agenda. I think in an environment where so much about what our world is charged, I think people look at our show to some degree as like comfort food. This is a place you can come and just have a great meal and have a great laugh and, kind of like leave and feel good about what you just were a part of and don't, and I think that's something that is rare. And so that's what our lane is. And we're going to stick very tightly to it, that we're a place that's welcoming to everybody. Come have fun with us. And so that explains some of the names you see. I think people saw other people doing that. And now at this point, there are people who will just like text Diallo and say like, hey man, I'm in LA for 3 days. Are you guys shooting? I want to come do some stuff. And we'll try to make it work. We want to have this loose feel to the show. So it's never too rigid. And it's always open to improvisation, including improvisation and casting.
Well, I think that was a wonderful answer. We have to wrap it up. I want to say that I want to thank you for sharing your knowledge with Right On Digital. And I think that you're going to have a lot of feedback from some of the younger audience that here's what you did and what your journey consisted of. So you have a great day and you've got a home with us.
Right on.